Chery are yet another Chinese export to the UK car market, bringing along the Tiggo 7 and Tiggo 8. And today I'm experiencing firsthand what the Tiggo 7 has to offer and whether it can rightfully find its place in the UK car market, or will it leave me questioning, not another SUV? Let's find out. Now for me, the Tiggo 7 brings two clear talking points to start with. One, its price, and two, its look. We'll start with the price, because this large SUV starts at under £25,000, and you might be thinking, surely that's a bit cheap, surely that's not going to offer you anything. Well, even from that base spec, you're getting all the safety features that you could wish for: parking camera, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, emergency braking, the list goes on. And not only that, it will include driver convenience features that's only going to make you fall in love with this SUV. A seamless 12.3-inch infotainment screen and digital dash. This houses your built-in sat-nav, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So there's a real sense of value for money with the Tiggo 7, and that point is only exaggerated when you start to look at the exterior and interior design. Because even from the base spec, you're getting these leather style seats, all these design features along the doors and along the dashboard. And it also feels rather premium. I wouldn't say it feels luxury, because it isn't, I'm not going to lie in that sense, but it certainly doesn't feel cheap, it doesn't feel tacky, everything feels well built, and there's no real scratchy plastics at all. I mean, even lining the tops of the doors, which could have been so easy to whack a sheet of plastic on that. Nice leather wrapped. And as for its exterior design, well, in a car world of 2025 that's inundated of spaceship looking SUVs, it's nice to know that they've kind of almost gone back to basics and what we know and love about cars. A proper front grille. I mean, that front grille just stares you right in the face with that Chery logo front and center. It feels like it belongs on a car 10 years old, but not necessarily in a bad way. It's going back to basics, it's not overly designed, and I just think it adds to the real character and also premium feel of this SUV. From the base spec, you'll get 18-inch alloy wheels. Opt for the top spec, the Summit, you will then be treated to 19 inches, both pretty much the same design, so you're not really losing out on much if you go for that base spec. There's only an inch difference. And as for them specs and trim levels, well, there's only really two named trims, the Aspire and the Summit. Aspire, the base spec, just under 25,000, the Summit just under 28. However, with the Tiggo 7, you can also opt to go for a plug-in hybrid variant, and that ranges between around the £30,000 mark, going up to just under £33,000. But I still think that £33,000 for a brand new large SUV is incredible value for money, considering with that top spec, you'll then get full glass sunroof, you will get heated seats and steering wheel, passenger heated seats, ventilated seats. Added onto that, you'll also get a blind spot monitor, meaning when you turn and indicate, then you'll be able to see your blind side, again adding to that safeness and practicality. And I feel like practicality and Tiggo 7 are two phrases which really go hand in hand, because if you opt for that plug-in hybrid variant, then Chery actually claim it has a miles per gallon of 243. Not only that, its electric battery can charge from 30 to 80% in around about 20 minutes and allow you to drive up to 55 miles on pure electric driving. And added to that economical nature, you still get plenty of space and storage, not only in the front seats, not only in the back, but also the boot capacity. And despite it looking like a premium SUV, with its price point, it somewhat fits into the affordable category. I mean, it starts less than £25,000. For a car of this size, for all the features, other car manufacturers might price it at 30, 35 and try and put it in a mid-range SUV. So with its price point, it does fit into that affordable nature. But that doesn't mean it's cheap. You get two powertrain options. Opt for the combustion engine and it will house a 1.6 litre turbo engine that produces 0 to 60 time in around 9.5 seconds with 270 newton meters of torque. If you opt for that plug-in hybrid variant, then the powertrain differs ever so slightly, because you'll get a 1.5 litre engine twinned with that electric motor and battery that can provide a punchier driving experience, producing 0 to 60 in 8.5 seconds with a more ferocious newton meters of torque of 365. But I just think no matter what powertrain you opt for, whether combustion or plug-in suits your driving needs and what you need out of a car, either way you're getting a decent enough performance, you're getting loads of safety features, and it also feels good. And I do just think this whole car can be summed up as impressive, because its price point isn't going to break the bank. It offers incredible value for money, and it actually provides a really good driving experience. It has good acceleration, it handles really well. Yes, it does feel big when you're driving it. You are sat quite high up on the road, and with its dimensions then you can feel it if you're not used to driving a large SUV. But with all them safety features, if you opt for that top spec, you get 360 parking cameras, then I don't think you'd really have anything to complain about. I don't think you'll have any real quarries when driving this car. And sometimes if you drive an affordable car, then when you put your foot down to accelerate, then it might take a second to kick in and you feel like it's not quite tuned so well. This certainly doesn't have that, because it's responsive. I mean, yes, this is the plug-in hybrid, so you're going to get a bit more responsive nature than its combustion engine counterpart, for the simple fact that it can set off in full EV. But I don't have any real complaints or qualms about the Tiggo 7. It's not the perfect car by all means. I don't think there's many perfect cars on the car market, but it has everything that you need for a low price point. It feels good, it looks good, it could be the complete package, or just about. The only area that I think it falls down ever so slightly is its infotainment system. It's not the most responsive operating system out there. However, saying that, I don't think you'll necessarily use it that much. It has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so ultimately you're probably going to be using that every second of every drive, so I don't think that's too much of an issue. As for the actual look with them haptic climate controls, I do like that they're kind of separated. I mean, you can change your climate in there if you prefer to, because haptic controls can sometimes take a little bit of getting used to. Once you get the knack of it, then that is much more user-friendly than reaching all the way across there, especially with short arms McGee over it. But like, it corners well. It kind of glides despite it being a large SUV. I'm not necessarily worried about encroaching on the other side. It does take a little bit of getting used to with just the driver's position. You kind of have this chunky bit at the side of the bonnet, so it kind of makes it look like creeping over. But once you get sort of your driving line and you get used to the size of this car, then it won't be an issue at all. And it still provides a pretty punchy driving experience, and that's in normal mode. We switch it to sport mode. Now we're in. Oh, it gets even better. That's pretty good. Now you're probably looking at that badge on the front. You're looking at this car's name and thinking to yourself, who the giddy ant are Chery? Even on quite tight and narrow A roads that I'm on now, it still feels effortless. It isn't a tough car to drive in the slightest. I mean, automatics and hybrids, EVs, it's like a big go-kart. You get in, you turn it on. Sometimes you don't even need to turn it on, it powers on itself. We're kind of getting lazier in that sense. You get in, you select drive, and you go. But sometimes modern cars kind of overcomplicate things. This doesn't have that feel. It still has the feel of, not necessarily retro, but an SUV of old, that's rugged, that's practical, that's meant for everyday driving. This has that essence. You even get some nice features and borderline luxury features, like an onboard helper.
I'll quit.
Turn on my heated seat.
Okay.
Just like so. And there's many functions that voice control can do. Can open a window, can turn on or off your heated or ventilated seat, depending on your spec. Open passenger window.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that a screen can control your windows, all for 25 grand. I like that. Close my window.
Okay.
So then, is the Chery Tiggo 7 a good addition to the UK car market? Bottom line, yes. It houses a design that kind of feels like an SUV of old. It still has that practical nature of an SUV, whilst also adding in that premium and also modern essence. It offers great value for money for starting at less than 25 grand, whilst not losing out on performance, not losing out on practicality, and modern day features like adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, parking cameras. They all come from the base spec for less than 25 grand. And with it being a large SUV, then you kind of need a lot of safety features, which you get. The list is endless, and they are replicated across all variants of the Tiggo 7, which begs the question, is it the SUV to go for in 2025? Well, if you think it is, then contact Glyn Hopkin Chery and find out for yourself.